Hey everybody, how are we doing today?
Morning, everybody.
Joe here.
Kevin.
We're kind of twinning right now.
Yeah, it is a
Black
frigid
and
day
gold.
in the Midwest today. So
Yeah.
it's
Hope you all are
cold.
staying warm out there.
This is where I get to be to have a happier morning. Joe drives to my house, not the
Yeah.
other way around. So he got to really get out in the cold to get over here today to record.
You know, I
It
enjoy
is
the cold, but this morning it's like you open the front door and it's like getting slapped in the face. You know?
It's pretty rough. Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, the premiere of season 4.
Yes.
Man, we cliffhangered it.
Yeah.
And people had to wait a couple of years to see how that resolved itself.
I can't believe that.
Right?
Like 2 years, yeah.
I was thinking about it this week, and I really hope we're not done with Shy. I hope there's some reconciliation moving forward because I really like, selfishly, Shy and Reggie.
Yes.
Great characters, great actors.
Yeah.
So you don't want them off the show.
No.
But I don't like the way that ended, obviously, between Midge and Shy, and
Sure.
I hope we get a chance for them to fix it.
Now, okay, so this has been kind of divisive between people online, Patreon. Many people are in the camp of Shy, surprisingly.
I was thinking about. I was going to say that I didn't look at the. Obviously,
Sure.
you were looking at the Patreon comments. I was looking at YouTube stuff from earlier episodes.
Mm-hmm.
But I was going to say the same thing. And here's why. I thought Shy overreacted a little.
Yeah.
And I think we kind of got
In the moment. Sure.
In the moment, right?
Yeah.
Because we got glimpses that he can, right?
Yeah.
The boat where he threw
was
all
a
the
huge-
seafood at people
Yeah,
was like
sign.
a little bit of a red flag that
Yes.
Shy can fly off the handle. No big deal. But the moment that makes me think maybe Shy is completely in the right here, or at least partially in the right,
Mhm.
is when the three of them are at the airport and Reggie's explaining that it's over. You know, the last scene.
Yeah.
And when he mentions the Judy Garland slippers thing, Susie was like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah." Susie caught it without knowing the context or what
no
was said at all.
Yeah.
So obviously it was more clear
Yeah.
that she was making a bit of an outing statement than
Poking the bear
a little bit, right? I mean, obviously there's gray area, and we thought, watching it, you and I were nervous in retrospect that she was going to go bigger with it,
Yes.
and because she didn't go bigger with it, we thought, okay, she didn't really cross the line. She kind of waddled up to it.
Mhm.
Shy thought she crossed it, and I don't think that's unreasonable.
One thing too that I wasn't thinking about was the era of when the show is set too,
For sure.
because the show feels so contemporary.
Right.
You kind of forget. Oh, this is the '60s.
Sure.
You know,
Different time.
Yeah,
Right.
because the pacing so fast, it draws nice parallels to today.
Right.
But in reality, it's like, oh yeah, things were not that
Right.
nice
Just
back
like Shy couldn't go to her hotel because
Yes.
he's black.
Yes.
If word got out, even a rumor got out that Shy was gay,
He could be killed.
as a performer, he could be killed. Certainly his career could be over. Right? Because even now we know, like, they're out performers.
There's still a lot of stigma behind it too.
But
People are still
actors-
afraid to come out. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think musicians kind of get away with it a little bit because their relationships maybe aren't as
Sure,
important.
Even Ricky Martin, look how long it took him.
For sure.
Enrique
Absolutely.
Iglesias,
Right.
yeah.
But I think as actors are really terrified to have that come out because it's like, Anne Heche, right?
Yeah.
When she came out.
R.I.P.
Yeah. It ruined people wanting to see her play a romantic lead in a movie because it's like, well, this is fake because she's gay.
Yeah.
Not that it matters.
It's such a dumb
acting.
mindset,
It's a dumb mindset. Like when people freak out when they find out a celebrity's gay, it's like, what do you care? Were they going to come hang out with you and talk to you about their love life? What does it matter?
Well, even
they're performing.
Even Andrew Scott from our beloved Fleabag, he's doing a lot of award circuits right now for his movie he's got coming out, and he's very publicly been like, I don't talk about my sexuality.
Sure.
He's alluded to certain things, but he's not outright like, I'm a gay man. He's
right.
And it's kind of crazy that we're in 2024 and this is still
you still can't do it, right?
You know,
because you're trying. You need, like, obviously there are people who wouldn't care. I certainly don't care.
Give a crap,
right?
You
but
love who you love. You should, yeah.
Right. Like it's not like Schitt's Creek bothers us in any way.
No, we love that show. It's one of our favorite shows on the channel.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just the ugly reality that there are segments of the population that still wouldn't be okay with it. That would still have a problem with it.
With
right?
everything, race,
relation,
absolutely.
You know,
it's
right.
People are people, and people suck sometimes.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, I can see Shy's point of view because it's a huge risk if it comes out, and Midge got awfully close. Now, would I have preferred to see him sit down with her and be like, oh my God, here's the reality that you don't understand about what you just did.
Yeah.
You know, instead of just like casting her away. Because, I mean, him casting her away, I mean, Midge is our protagonist. We follow her, we follow Susie, right? Mostly. And we see them put in a really precarious situation, right? Shy's reaction has massive consequences for the characters that we love and follow on the show.
Yeah.
So you'd hope that there'd be a way to work it out, but again, we may be done with Shy and Reggie. I hope not.
I think
I would love for a while, sure.
Yeah.
I would really love some kind of reconciliation in the future. They're performing, they're at something, they're doing a fundraiser thing, they're into each other. He forgives her.
Some sort of
she apologizes. Yeah, she apologizes.
Yeah.
Because again, she did. If Susie caught it without even being there, Midge got way too close to the line.
Another catch too is you could tell that Reggie did not want to fire her.
No, he didn't.
Which was sad about it,
right?
You know?
Which means there's a possibility that we might be done with Shy, but we might get more Reggie, because Reggie isn't on the outs the same way.
Yeah.
With the two that Shy is.
Yeah.
So there's always a chance that Reggie, who really does like Susie. Right, he's willing to pay her gambling bill, right?
Yeah.
There's a real chance that Reggie could still be in their corner a little bit, and while maybe not ever reconciling with Shy, Reggie could be there as a friend, to kind of help in the future. And I expect to see a lot more of Lenny now that because the tour's done.
We need Lenny back.
Yeah, for sure. I think Lenny might have to be a bit of a lifeline.
And I'll always take more Sterling K. Brown.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Put him in everything.
Right.
He's like Frank's Red Hot Sauce. Put him in everything.
Solid.
Yeah.
Solid. All right. We do want to welcome. We have a lot of Patreons with ads because a Good Place went up on YouTube this week, which people seem to like, which we really love.
Great show.
So we do want to welcome and apologize for all the name butchery here. Nalia, Rin Vaughn, Isaac A, Harriet Lofnan, Funforic, I like that. Jim Dewey, Jennifer Devine, and Kimba. Actually, most of those weren't that terrible as far as pronunciation. Thanks so much, guys, for being here with us. We very much appreciate it and welcome you here.
We really do, guys. And if you're watching this on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel. If you don't mind hitting the like button for us, leave us a comment down below, and please hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the new content we have coming your way.
Yeah, if you'd like to see a full-length reaction of this and everything else we've watched or watching, please check out the link in the description below to our Patreon page. On every single show, we're at least 4 episodes ahead on Patreon of where we are on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube and finish and want to keep going into season 4, you can jump over to Patreon and sync and watch along there. You will need your own device or streaming service. You're only going to see and hear us for copyright purposes. We are also watching 30 Rock right now. It's a Patreon exclusive.
Revenge.
So she's in a dark place now.
I crave it. I am completely consumed by the need for it. Revenge.
Is this over Shy?
Has to be, right?
I want my revenge.
I'm assuming she's talking about Shy.
Not the
She's in her villain era.
Yeah. The black dress.
Yeah.
I will dig out my high school clarinet and play klezmer music next door to you 24 hours a day. Standing there on a tarmac, not Penn Station, by the way, and not clutching my suitcase.
She's burned this bridge.
Yeah.
It's not
And
entirely
just
fair.
like the first time, I was dressed magnificently while we did it.
I understand her outrage. You know what I
Nice
mean?
transition.
Shy gets to be mad at her. She gets to be mad at him. I totally get it. It
Yeah.
really messed things up for her, too.
Oh, no.
That's when you know this is a Walter White under the house, right?
Yeah. Him just crying, laughing. Yeah. If she goes full-blown Walter White, that'd be kind of crazy.
She's pretty upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously, what's funny?
Nothing's funny.
Breaking
She
down a
doesn't
little
know,
bit.
yeah, she doesn't know how to handle it. And I get that.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Oh, yeah.
Actually. It's like, I don't know how to emotionally
Like,
react to
all I
this.
can do is just laugh.
Yeah.
Stop! Stop the cab!
You can't throw all your stuff out. Yeah, she's losing it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I get the outrage. I really do.
It's got 2 cabs following her.
World! I hate
Oh,
this cab.
come on.
This cab took me to the airport that I hate, where the plane...
Okay, she's out of
losing
control.
it,
Yeah.
you doing?
I hate music. I hate music. Stand!
Stop her.
Yeah, Susie, grab
Susie,
the
this
branch.
is your job. Yeah. You can't
There we
afford to
go.
fix a cab.
Yeah, no kidding.
Ow!
There.
Ow!
Wow. This is descended into madness.
It has.
Stop! You lost your mind!
Good job, Susie. Susie, not hitting her, but trying to rein her in.
Yeah.
I just meant if I'd have been there, you would have done something else. I would bomb. Yeah, you would have bombed, and we would be on a plane to Prague right now.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to go back to Queens. Not ready to be a failure yet.
You know, hey, that was a great
It was
performance. from
cathartic.
Brosnan. That was amazing.
Yeah, she's great.
Hey, do you have any seltzer?
Why?
I'm trying to get the stain out with seltzer.
Oh, try gasoline.
Really?
Yeah, that and a match will take that stain right out.
Right. So yeah.
I would have thought that less than 2 years later, I'd end up back here drunken in my underwear again.
Different underwear.
Yeah.
Guess I overpacked.
He's going to need help from a lot of people here
Oh,
to get out of this.
This season's going to be about rebuilding.
Yeah, she's going to need her parents working to help. She's going to need Joel's help. She's going to need help. She's going to need
started
Lenny.
a club. Like, nobody has money right now.
She's going to need Lenny to help. She's going to need everybody. She might even need Sophie to help.
I'm assuming she's got a little bit saved up, though.
Sure. Well, yeah, but she spent it all on the down payment on the apartment.
Yeah, that's true.
She gave it all to Moish.
Dang. Moish might be able to step in. But she lamented that she wants to do it on her own. So.
Right. She's going to have to start grinding from the bottom again, really. I mean, you've got the talent, you know?
Yeah.
I mean...
The gaslight doesn't pay, though, right?
No. But, I mean, Brett Favre made everyone mad in Green Bay, went to another team.
Yeah, there you go.
Made everyone mad in New York or Minnesota, went to another team.
Yeah. I forgot he was a Jet there for a little bit.
Yeah.
They replaced me with Jack Ballard. He's doing the rest of the tour and the Christmas special. Right. They planned this. They gave this to the papers yesterday, and they still made us come all the way down to the tarmac just to...
That is crap. Screw that. That's crap.
That sucks, yeah.
You have some money, clearly.
I saved every cent from the first part of the tour.
I know. And I am holding it for you.
He doesn't have it.
Oh, man.
Look, I know it was an emotional purchase, but I did it.
Susie hasn't gotten the money back yet.
No, not yet. We don't do the time jumps here.
Yeah.
Well, I guess this is a flashback, so we'll see what happens.
She's going to lose the apartment. That's why she's so upset.
Business expenses, all legit.
Okay.
And I bought some hairspray. Remember the hairspray? You asked me to buy some hairspray?
Absolutely.
I would catch on to this now.
Immediately that she blew your money, yeah.
I don't know what you need all that hairspray for, but that's your business.
I'd be going full James Caan.
I'd be like, what are you hiding
my
from
money
me?
in your pocket. Yeah.
I can go in the back if you need some
The
privacy.
fruits of my labor
it's not going to make
in
a
your
call.
pocket.
Just because you stand next to a phone, people think you're going to make a call.
She's clearly hiding stuff. Yeah.
I'm going to get some fresh air. Stretch the legs. You want anything?
Just my
Stole
money.
all your money. Just say it. Just say I stole all your money. Yeah.
Yikes. What a stressful episode. So
I mean, it makes sense. It's going to take a lot of time for the insurance to come
yeah.
through.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Like, maybe months, you know?
Well, okay, I don't know how far ahead the opening of this episode was.
Right.
But Susie was there.
Yeah.
Unless that was misdirect, unless Susie's not our manager anymore. And
That's true.
He called yesterday, said we could come by and pick it up at the office.
Oh,
Great.
good.
Good. We are going this morning. I will be by in an hour.
I would have thought it would have been like, oh, by the way, I can't get it for like 6 weeks while the insurance adjuster goes over this. Yeah.
You rang?
你们怎么让李伟去找他？
小点声. You want to tell me what's going on?
I didn't know they were going to send him up there.
What, are they trying to shake him down?
That's the impression I'm getting.
连中文点唱机都给他了。
很久以前的事了。现在呀，听说
Yeah.
Guys, yeah.
May
They wanted a business that looked legit but didn't cause too much of a splash.
And now
A
it's
dud club
splashing.
means less eyes on the parlor.
Then I'd say, buy me out for every nickel
Yeah,
I put
no
into the
kidding,
place.
yeah.
I'll go somewhere else. Yeah.
Well, why are they mad at you?
Because I was supposed to make sure you failed.
Is that why you gave me a jukebox with nothing but Chinese records?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Chen Un Wan She.
You're welcome, man.
You're welcome, man. I was wondering, he probably speaks English. I mean,
I just love every heavy they get on the show.
they're all heavies
They're all
are
great.
awesome,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
They need their own series.
What are you reading?
A book.
Is it Peter Rabbit?
It is not Peter Rabbit.
Why are you reading a book at a kid's birthday party?
I know, right?
I'm getting it, Rose.
My goodness.
Whoa.
They're being mean. None of the grown-ups are doing anything to stop it.
You're mean. Oh, boy.
November was bad for us. I have deadlines. Moish has his spring fabrics
Just
arriving.
moved
Oh
his
my
birthday.
God.
Are you
Claims she
seriously
is
telling
working.
me you rescheduled Ethan's birthday?
What does he know?
So is this just like forever?
Papa, you don't just change a little boy's birthday.
We changed your brother's birthday twice. He never found out.
Who are you people?
Yeah.
All of that is exciting, but today is just not your actual happy birthday, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see why
point,
Midge is cracking.
Just roll with it,
Yeah.
you know? Change your brother's birthday
Seriously, yeah. I think there's no way she gets Midge her money on time.
twice.
I don't know what's going to go wrong here, but I don't think so.
You're Mr. Frick's client.
Yes, we are. Does he have the check?
Why don't you have a seat and I'll buzz him for you?
Tell him to bring the check.
Will do.
God. There's no way this goes okay.
Nope. No. I like that painting, though.
We'll just take the check.
Sure, but Mr. B said not to let you leave without saying hello.
Who?
Great guy. Come on.
All right.
This is where things start going wrong,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
That's cool.
And creepy.
Yeah.
It's like a hidden layer.
Yeah. It's a Bond movie.
I like how they're holding hands.
Yeah.
So scary. It is, isn't it? It's like they're heading into a dungeon.
Oh,
It's like Barbarian.
walk right to that wall.
Make yourselves comfortable. He'll be right in.
It's like an interrogation room. Maybe it is an interrogation room. Did you burn the place down?
Oh, yeah.
I'm Susie. This is Tess.
I know who you are. Should we sit?
He's in The Irishman. That's how I know that.
Oh, he is in The Irishman. Okay, yeah. That I know.
Yeah.
Right.
You're gonna get your check.
Great.
I just need some answers first. Where were you two girls when you heard about it?
About what?
About the fire?
Yeah, this is...
Yeah.
Oh my
Any
God.
theories, wild thoughts?
Yeah, maybe Mom fell asleep with a cigarette in her hand.
Yep, that does happen a lot. Of course, your mom is dead, so...
Don't blow this. Come on.
They're not going to get a nickel.
You know, some neighbors reported seeing a couple of women paddling around in a rowboat that night.
Oh, my God.
They were not careful at all.
No.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, there's still some loose ends we need to tie before we get that check out to you. But we will be in touch.
It is amazing how uncareful they were doing this.
We thought about that when we saw
did.
them.
We were like,
different times.
Yeah.
I do
So
love this
can we
actor.
leave?
Yes.
No reason why you can't.
Yeah, he's not a policeman.
No. Now go talk to your husband.
Yeah.
We were in church.
Nice to meet you, Tess.
Oh, he knows she's the one that's going to break.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I watched a review for The Irishman, he was in it. They described him as Herc from The Wire. They're like, Herc from The Wire was in it. I'm like, I don't know who that is,
Yeah,
but recognize the actor.
We'll be watching it soon.
Yeah, we are. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to jail.
Okay, well, let's just tell them that.
Don't you snark at me, lady. I was doing you a favor.
I know.
It's true.
What are you doing here?
I come in?
Why aren't you on
He
tour?
needs money.
Didn't you go with Mitch?
I did, but
Yes, come in.
Yeah.
Just tell him the truth. Yeah.
I need Midge's money.
You told me not to give you Midge's money.
I know.
Okay, truth time. Here we go.
You were gonna get me Midge's money, but I never got the money. So,
Yeah, I was wondering how he would have any money because they didn't go on tour. Yeah.
and if you had given me the money, you told me not to give you that money. So, either way, you can't have the money.
She's doing a bad job of this.
Awful.
Yeah.
Just need the money.
So, one more time from the top.
What if I had a gun?
You don't have a gun,
What if I did?
but you don't.
He's doing a crap job of this.
Susie,
Don't tell Miriam I came here when you see her.
when am I gonna see her? Is she here? I thought she was in Prague.
I gotta go.
So I'm assuming since we got the Midge doing the very angry stand-up that she loses the apartment too. And she's like rock bottom at that point.
Yeah.
My guess.
Maybe revenge is about Susie.
No, she said man. She said a man ruined her life.
Oh,
It's definitely about Shy.
I guess.
You know, it's June.
you think man was steal on this shirt? We like the picture.
I get that. I've done that before.
Maybe some other time.
Oh, bad day.
Wow, you are magic.
Here.
That one, I watched you pick it up.
Which hand, for fun? I know you're having enough trouble finding money as it is, right?
What?
Which hand?
How do you do that? That's good.
Sometimes it's good to be somewhere that makes you smile.
Alfie.
It was that would have left it.
Yeah.
What's the opposite of here? How about here?
She hypnotized with the
Oh yeah.
drink stirrer.
You just bought him a drink.
He hypnotized her. Wow.
Yeah.
A little taste of the surreal there.
I don't think this is the last time we're going to see that guy.
No,
that was
no,
too interesting.
no.
Yeah.
That was very interesting.
Yeah.
Too, yeah.
Stay together.
Oh, boys, look!
It's not a real mermaid. She sold us pickles earlier. Keep moving.
Sold us pickles earlier.
The only time I've really seen Coney Island in a movie is AI when it's underwater.
I like AI.
Yeah, I do too.
Look what I
got! Here we go! I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
Oh, for the love of God.
All he hit was a kid next to him. I slipped the guy $5. Suddenly Ethan's a king of whack-a-mole. $5, got the doll. What do we learn?
Yeah.
It's not ethical, but I kind of agree with Moish on this one.
I do too.
I got beautiful shots of the boardwalk and the ocean and very funny pony rides.
Double time, double time. Did you boys bring any money from home? No, great. Guess I'm paying.
Why would these kids be...
They're 5. like they're 5 years old.
Oh, Abe.
Down.
Whatever it is, that's the deal.
I'll tell them 5 and let them say 10. You're just so much more successful than you're supposed to be.
I like Joel's attitude here. I'd be furious.
I'd be quite upset. I'd play the game, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's like this is the world I'm in.
Oh, she's there.
She didn't tell him. It's going to be like a surprise. Like, why aren't you in Prague right
why
now?
is she, I'm wondering why she's at Coney Island, honestly.
Well, because they said she said they were taking the kids there.
It's just a big surprise, I guess.
Yeah, he's going to see her kids. It's missing his birthday.
Yeah.
We either have to be done with the ride by then, or we should wait until after.
Who are you calling?
It's a potential client.
She's calling it clients. This is weird to me. Yeah.
Why aren't you on tour?
Why'd you let them change our son's birthday?
It was out of my control.
Same here.
Yeah.
I said something on stage that they didn't like, so they fired me. I was fired.
No!
What? What did you say?
I would not expect this to go any other way.
Yeah, of course.
I want the kids to grow up in that apartment.
They won't have a yard!
I know, Shirley.
You should have assumed.
Why?
Because you can't tell a joke.
Oh my God.
I will figure out a way to get you your money.
How much did you borrow?
Why do you want to know?
I'm talking to Midge.
Would you like some privacy?
You think I'd lie to you on my son's fake birthday? What?
That was our...
Hey, lady, shut up!
You shut up!
No, you...
It's just like her house. Oh my God.
When we get back to the house, we can sit down and discuss this like normal, civilized goddamn people, okay?
What a great bit.
All right. That was lovely.
That's one of the best set pieces of the show.
Yeah, it was great.
Our first shakedown. We are officially in the nightclub business.
We. I mean, I guess he's there.
I'm not surprised Susie's back to like level. Yeah.
Yeah, bank's open tonight.
Yeah. So anyway, I gambled away your ex-wife's money.
Yeah.
And you were going to tell me everything. What happened to Midge's money, what you did with it, what she thinks you did with it, etc.
No, that's fair.
No, it is fair.
He's being so gracious.
He deserves to get to know.
Yeah.
What he's covering.
He's
here.
being cool about it, you know? I just want to know.
Yep. How much trouble is Midge and Susie in, and is Joel going to get his money back? And
it's stressful, man.
And does Susie need to go away for Midge? You know, I mean, I feel like that's kind of the takeaway.
I mean, I think she's learned. I hope she's learned.
I do too, but that's
still,
a big
it's not professional.
deal. Yeah.
It's not professional at all. That ruins a friendship big time.
Definitely a partnership.
I'm gonna say exactly what's on my mind all the time. Every single show, I am gonna say something.
I like this.
Yeah.
Looney, you may have to do a room service joke.
Then no more opening act gigs.
What?
Well, that's a huge jump.
How am I supposed to do that if I can't even book you?
I don't know. You're my manager. Manage me.
Does this get us back to where we are now?
Yeah.
Two anti-Semitic Nazis walk into a bar and one says to the other, "Who does your taxes?" But a voice. Thank you.
Oh my God. That's pretty funny, actually. Yeah. It took me a second to hear what she was going with that. That was great.
Cool.
That was a great premiere.
But we got Midge fired up, determined, and she's on a mission now.
It's a really good start for a relaunch of the character and the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like different direction. We're not on tour. We're not we're not with Shai Baldwin. We're not like on this rocket trajectory to major success where everything's going her way.
Yeah.
We're kind of rebooting the show a little bit. And I like the determination of it, you know?
Yes, this is kind of like where season 2 began, in a way.
Actually, it is. After her like coming out party there,
which is kind of fun. I mean, it's not. I don't want to say it's the same formula, but there's a pattern.
Sure.
Because obviously season 1 ended with the Harry Drake thing, and then
and Lenny kind of coming to the rescue. Yeah,
you can. That's the fun thing about shows is you can blow up your characters a couple times.
Mad Men's done it in some of their best episodes. Yeah.
Schitt's Creek, not really.
Not really.
There's a show we watched. I feel like this kind of happened in Succession a little bit. I mean, obviously, The Office, but still, it's really interesting to see this, and I want to see how it's different this time around.
Yeah, and I like this show that they're giving us all kinds of angles. Like we had a tour season,
we did,
right?
Season 3 was incredible.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah. And now it's like, okay, well, that leg of the show is over.
Yeah.
Now we're doing something else.
Yeah.
Now we're doing somebody who has had a taste of a little bit of success, and has been kind of kicked fairly or unfairly, been really kicked around, and is now like, I'm doing my own thing now, and that's just how it's going to be. And I do want to say, because we mentioned, like, is Shai's response reasonable? I understand him being upset. I don't think that's unreasonable. Mm-hmm. But what we learned in this episode, with the fact that they had their replacement planned beforehand, and let her show up with her luggage on the tarmac to say screw off, that was petty. That was that was unnecessarily petty. Firing her was bad enough, right? Mm-hmm. Kicking her off the tour was bad enough. Not talking to her was bad enough.
Yeah.
I still think it was a little bit excessive. I think a scolding and a conversation about what you should and shouldn't do was probably in order. But having them show up there just so they can make it hurt even more. Like, we're not just trying to fire you; we're trying to hurt you.
Yeah,
that bums me out a little bit.
If you look at the psychology of Side,
right?
What am I saying? If you look at the psychology, but no, like if you really
look at Sky as a character, sure.
If you think about it, I mean, you get where this poor guy has been on the road his whole life.
Of course, right?
He's been pampered the whole time.
He got beat up by an a-hole in the last season, right?
He's got a pretty sad life.
No, he does. He's lonely. He's a lonely guy.
My heart does bleed for him.
Sure,
but at the same
I don't
time,
hate him, but that was petty.
But very petty.
Yeah,
and it's like it's almost like he doesn't know any better. I hate making that excuse for people. Like, they don't know any better. He's an adult.
Right. Well, and again, I don't like to overly use the word because I think it's kind of a catch-all.
Sure.
But he's kind of a diva.
Well, yeah,
of course. There's a little bit of Sophie Lennon to him.
What performer isn't?
Right. Yeah, for sure. I just kind of mean it's like, monolithically a successful performer. I'm not saying he's like full-on Ellen DeGeneres, who, let's face it, has not the best reputation as far as how she treats people. But there is a little bit of if things aren't going expressly my way, I can lash out at anybody, right? And I'm not even talking about Midge here. I'm looking more back at the party where he was upset and he threw things at people and kicked them off the boat, the lobster strip. And it's like, were you mad at those people or were you just mad and those people were in the firing line? Because I think that's two different things. I think to be a remotely empathetic person, you need to be able to compartmentalize, right?
Absolutely.
I'm mad at you. I'm not mad at you. So you're not going to be the person I take it out on. I'm not a fan of that. I mean, we've all done it to a certain extent. Like,
we're human.
We're frustrated. We're human. We're a little edgy with people. But to full on lose it on somebody
is not okay
because you're mad at somebody else. And I feel like that's what Shy's capable of doing.
That's what he did with the boat situation.
Exactly. That's kind of what I feel with the boat situation. I feel like a lot of people took a lot of abuse. And from what the guys leaving the boat were saying, this happens all the time.
Yeah.
That it's not really fair. That Shy isn't great at having an outlet for his frustration and his rage, right?
Yeah.
And I think, Reggie kind of said, I've been there pampering him all along. I'm pampering him right now, and I don't want to do it. It's kind of the same thing. And again, I do think Shy is a good guy. I really do. I liked him for the whole show. He was there to save Midge, from Sophie, when Sophie was at her worst. Which is why I really hope there's a reconciliation where she can apologize and he can forgive her. And at this point, after this episode, I think he has some apologizing of his own to do.
No, yeah, they both.
I do. I think they both messed up.
Well, the last season, like we've had in several episodes, people say, "Oh, Shy's got a temper."
He does.
And like they kept saying this, and we even see the situation on the boat with him throwing food.
Yeah,
we didn't even see that.
Right. My thoughts on that were, and I was completely wrong. Where I was like, okay, well, Shy has no one he can talk to, so he lashes out. The only person he really seems to like and can talk to, besides Reggie, is Midge. So they got this great friendship. And they're like, nope, she was going to be in the firing line too.
They planted these little clues to it.
Right, they did.
Guy's hubris. And it's like, when he is mad at somebody, when he's not just angry and like somebody's in his way and he's just going to take it out on them, what does that look like? Is he going to go scorched earth? It kind of seems like he did. He humiliated her. You know what I mean?
Right. But notice that both times we saw him kind of at his angriest, we didn't actually see it.
We didn't see.
We didn't see him losing on the boat.
Never see him.
And we didn't see it happen when he decided to fire Midge and take out these aggressive actions against her.
Yeah.
But again, I empathize with him because the guy's living in a time where he is who he is, and he's not allowed to be that way. And that's awful, right?
Yeah.
He's a black guy who can't go into a white hotel, and he's a gay guy that can't tell people who has to date these girls that he doesn't want to date.
At the same time, being one of the most famous people alive.
Yeah.
And it's like, how does that make sense? You know what I mean?
Sure. It's tough.
Take away the fame aspect of it. You should be able to live a life. You should be able
Agreed.
You should have happiness in the pursuit of happiness in your life. But at the same time, it's like, Midge is in the wrong. But
Midge was in the wrong.
Don't stoop that low. Don't you know what I mean? Like, she did not ruin your livelihood.
Yeah.
It's a tough situation.
What he was afraid was going to happen didn't happen. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
There wasn't articles the next day about is Shy Baldwin gay or whatever, right?
Yeah.
She didn't do what he felt like she was doing.
Yeah.
Right? Or at least didn't come to that, right? Maybe she was, but it didn't come to that. It was crisis avoided and didn't need to come to this, I feel like.
Well, I'm wondering if they even know, because like that in the paper article the guy brought in, he was like, the reporter said, "What happened at the Apollo? I don't know, but I'm going to find out."
Right.
maybe it does come out that she made these jokes about him.
Oh, that would be terrible.
I don't want her. I don't want her to. I don't want her to out somebody.
That's a good catch that the reporter might out Shy. You know what I mean? That would be really crappy. I don't want that to happen to him at all.
Yeah, and I know Midge is angry, and who knows what she'll do? I don't think
she'll do that. I don't think she meant to or even get towards it the first time.
Yeah.
I just think there was a way to interpret what she said that way.
Sure.
And we obviously took it as she didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And of course we can be wrong. But I don't feel like that she'd be like, oh, and by the way, because I hate this guy, here's the real skinny on who he is.
Yeah.
I mean, she did it to Sophie, which really sucked.
Well, Sophie's way worse. I mean,
well, yes. I mean, Shy's secret isn't that he's a terrible person like Sophie's is.
Yeah.
Shy's secret is that he's gay, which there's no fault there. There's no harm there. There's no wrong there.
No.
And so I don't think she would go that route.
Sophie was purposely just people.
Sophie's a fraud.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Right. And Shy's just a guy who can't be himself, which really kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So I don't see Midge going that route. I see her willing to rip him a new one for how he treated her, and I think that's fair game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
It is. You fired me on the tarmac after a day or two after you knew you were going to, just to make sure I showed up so you can do it on the tarmac.
And she's hurt because she thought they were friends.
Right.
That was a big one. I don't care. They were friends.
I felt like they were friends too. He confided in her a lot of things that you don't confide in, someone you work with, but someone who you consider a friend. Right.
Yeah.
He was very honest with her about some things he wasn't honest with anybody else about.
And she was honest to him.
So they were friends, and of course he's hurt, and I understand that. But he is being vindictive right now.
Absolutely.
I don't know how vindictive she's going to be back. It sounds like that stand-up set. She just was basically calling him out for being awful, but nothing else.
Yeah.
And I think
that's good.
Yeah. I think that's fair game. I really do think that is fair game.
Escalation's a thing, though. We'll see how it escalates.
For sure. Here's the deal. If she said something that crosses a line, season 4, season 5, down there, whatever, it certainly wouldn't be the first time.
No,
right?
Absolutely not. No.
That's the danger of her saying, I'm not doing prepared stuff anymore. I'm not doing the lipstick jokes and the room service jokes. I'm going to say what's on my mind.
Yeah.
And she's like, those are my best shows when I say what's on my mind. I'm like, yeah, but your shows when you say what's on your mind blow up in your face a lot.
It comes with a cost.
It comes with a major cost.
Yeah.
Once with her dad, once with Sophie, once with Shy. And they mentioned a couple others that we didn't see, Kansas City and stuff like that, right? Yeah. There are consequences, know.
That's really interesting, actually.
The one in front of Joel in season 1.
So if we're going to start getting into what the cost of all this is, that's wow.
Yeah,
I never would have guessed the show going that direction. We don't know.
It's fascinating. We don't know what it is, but we just know we have a track record of when Midge throws out the script and says what's on her mind, which is how she wants to go full bore now. She has been very self-destructive on stage.
She has.
She's really cost herself multiple times. Right as her career's about to take off, she says something that bothers the wrong person. And that's what happens in stand-up comedy all the time. That's why it's great that Lenny Bruce is a character. That was his whole life.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, I'm in trouble. I'm banned. I'm arrested for saying things that people don't like.
Benjamin thing. It's a cost too.
Yeah.
The last episode, that blew up too. So he's probably done, I would imagine.
Yeah, I would think so.
But we didn't think he was in the last season either, but he was there. So maybe he comes back. But I think that was a good conclusion to that.
I think he was like, I need you to just kind of stay away from me.
All these things come back and bite her in the butt.
Yeah. Again, I don't know. We don't know if we'll see Benjamin or Sophie or Shy or Reggie again. But you know what? I thought we were done with Sophie way earlier than we actually were. So this show could definitely bring back one or any of those characters still.
Yeah. It'd be funny if Sophie's still doing shows, but like the Gaslight type events, you know what I mean?
Yeah, she's still gonna be doing her bad stand up for sure.
Yeah.
She gave Expanding Horizons a try, blew it, and will never do it again.
Put that in your plate.
Yeah, she's back to but she didn't put that in her plate in the play in Miss Julie. It was like, oh, you suck so bad.
I don't think I've cringed that hard on this channel. I really don't.
Yeah, we've watched some cringy we've watched some cringy episodes of some things. There was a couple of Crazy Ex-Girlfriends that got us.
My soul left my body.
But the thing is that Miss Julie, the showrunners are mean because it was so long and the descent is the descent was so steady but precipitous. It's like, we're gonna keep going. We're going to keep going. Yeah. You done with it? We're going to go a little farther. Does it hurt now? We're going to go a little farther. It was just like, It
hurts. So like Carrie L's on the stage right here. That's your avatar.
Oh my god! Right? Yeah.
Just
him,
like
him
this.
just sitting with his head in his hands, won't even get up for the standing ovation, or for the curtain call.
Yeah,
go away.
It's just whatever.
Very excited to see where we go this season, because I suspect we are not done with Midge saying some things that get her in some hot water.
It's a mean start. She's got a new fire in her, and she's mean.
I like it,
She's
and I think it's justified, and I think it's original. But again, she doesn't have a good track record when she does that.
Not really.
But you know what? She's also she's been talking about wanting to use her voice.
Mm-hmm.
What really is on your mind?
There's a couple different ways they can go with this.
Absolutely, and I'm kind of curious to see where they do.
Me too.
We'll catch you in the next one, guys.
See ya.